Lotions are a mix of oil and water and typically work better on dry skin. And because they're partly water-based, they're often better at penetrating the skin.
Body lotion is something most people use every single day without thinking twice about it. Whether it's for dry skin, fragrance, or just part of a daily routine, it feels like one of the safest products you can apply to your body. After all, it's supposed to moisturize, protect, and improve your skin. But here's the part most people never question. What if some of the most popular body lotions aren't actually helping your skin at all? In fact, what if they're doing the opposite? Many widely used lotions are filled with synthetic fragrances, preservatives, and chemical ingredients that don't just sit on your skin. They get absorbed over time. And while they may make your skin feel soft temporarily, they can also lead to irritation, dryness, or long-term sensitivity without you even realizing it. The problem is, these products are marketed in a way that builds trust. Words like hydrating, dermatologist-tested, and gentle make people assume they're safe for everyday use. But when you actually look at the ingredient list, the story can be very different. Today, we're breaking down 10 body lotions you should avoid buying, including some of the most popular ones that people use daily without knowing what's really inside them. Before we get into it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss these eye-opening breakdowns. 1. Vaseline Intensive Care Lotion. Vaseline Intensive Care Lotion is one of the most widely used body lotions in the world. It's affordable, easily available, and heavily marketed as a solution for dry skin. Many people trust it because of the Vaseline name, assuming it provides deep and lasting hydration. But when you actually look at how this lotion works, there are a few things that don't always get discussed. One of the main concerns with this lotion is its reliance on petroleum-based ingredients. While petroleum jelly itself is known for creating a barrier on the skin, in lotion form, it often acts more like a surface-level seal rather than actually nourishing the skin. This means it can trap moisture temporarily, but it doesn't necessarily improve the skin's condition from within. Over time, this can lead to a cycle where your skin feels dry again once the product wears off, making you reapply it more frequently. Another issue is the presence of synthetic fragrances. Many versions of Vaseline lotions include added fragrance to create a pleasant smell, but these fragrances can be irritating for some people, especially those with sensitive skin. Even if irritation is not immediate, repeated exposure over time can lead to increased sensitivity. There's also the use of preservatives and stabilizers to maintain shelf life and consistency. While these are common in many personal care products, they contribute to the overall processed nature of the lotion. Instead of being a simple moisturizing formula, it becomes a blend of ingredients designed for texture, scent, and longevity. Another important factor is perception. Because the lotion makes your skin feel smooth right after application, it creates the impression that it's deeply hydrating. But in many cases, that smoothness comes from the surface barrier rather than actual nourishment. Vaseline Intensive Care Lotion may provide temporary relief, but it doesn't always address the root cause of dryness. It's more about creating the feeling of hydration rather than delivering long-term skin support. 2. Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion. Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion is another popular option that people often turn to for very dry skin. It's marketed as a solution for rough, damaged skin and claims to provide deep hydration over time. Because of its strong moisturizing claims, many people assume it's one of the better choices for long-term use. But when you break it down, there are some concerns worth paying attention to. One of the main issues with Jergens Ultra Healing is the use of heavy occlusive ingredients combined with synthetic components. While these ingredients help lock in moisture, they can also create a dependency effect where the skin relies on the product to maintain softness. Instead of improving the skin's natural ability to stay hydrated, it can lead to repeated use just to maintain the same results. Another concern is the inclusion of fragrance and chemical additives. Like many mass-market lotions, Jergens uses fragrance to enhance the user experience. However, fragrance is one of the most common causes of skin irritation, especially for people with sensitive or reactive skin. Over time, this can lead to subtle issues like redness or dryness that people may not immediately connect to their lotion. There's also the presence of thickening agents and preservatives, which are used to maintain texture and shelf life. While these are standard in commercial products, they contribute to the overall complexity of the formula. Instead of a simple blend of moisturizing ingredients, the lotion becomes a combination of multiple components designed for performance performance and stability rather than skin health. Another factor is how it feels on the skin. Jergens Ultra Healing tends to be thicker and heavier, which can make it feel more effective initially. But that same thickness can sometimes sit on the surface rather than being fully absorbed, especially if applied in larger amounts. Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion does deliver short-term softness, but like many similar products, it focuses more on immediate results than long-term skin improvement. It's designed to keep you coming back to it rather than helping your skin maintain balance on its own. 3. Bath and Body Works Body Lotion. Bath and Body Works body lotions are extremely popular, mainly because of their wide variety of scents and strong, long-lasting fragrances. For many people, these lotions are less about skincare and more about smelling good throughout the day, but that's exactly where the problem starts. Because when fragrance becomes the main focus, the actual skin benefits often take a back seat. One of the biggest concerns with these lotions is the high concentration of synthetic fragrance. While they may smell appealing, these fragrances are made from a mix of chemical compounds that can be irritating to the skin, especially with daily use. Even if irritation isn't immediate, repeated exposure can lead to increased sensitivity over time. Another issue is how these lotions create the illusion of hydration. They often contain lightweight silicones and softening agents that make the skin feel smooth instantly. However, this effect is usually temporary and doesn't necessarily improve the skin's long-term moisture balance. Once the product wears off, the skin can feel dry again, leading to frequent reapplication. There is also the presence of preservatives and stabilizers, which are necessary to maintain the product's shelf life and consistency. While common, they add to the overall chemical load of the lotion, making it less ideal for those looking for a simpler skincare routine. Another factor is usage frequency. Because these lotions are designed to smell good, people often apply them multiple times a day. This increases exposure to all of the ingredients, especially fragrance compounds, which can build up over time. Bath and Body Works lotions may be enjoyable to use, but they function more like a scented product than a true skincare solution. They focus on fragrance and immediate feel rather than long-term skin health. 4. Victoria's Secret Body Lotion. Victoria's Secret body lotions are similar to Bath and Body Works in that they are heavily focused on scent and overall experience rather than skin nourishment. These lotions are often marketed as luxurious and attractive, with strong, perfume-like fragrances that are meant to last for hours. While this makes them appealing, it also introduces several concerns. The main issue is the intense use of fragrance. These lotions are essentially a combination of moisturizer and perfume, which means they contain a high level of fragrance compounds. For some people, this can lead to irritation, especially when applied regularly or on sensitive skin. Over time, this can disrupt the skin's natural balance. Another concern is the formulation itself. These lotions often rely on silicones and synthetic softeners to create that smooth, silky feeling on the skin. While this feels good initially, it doesn't necessarily provide deep or lasting hydration. Instead, it creates a surface-level effect that fades once the product wears off. There's also the issue of ingredient complexity. Like many fragrance-focused products, these lotions include a mix of stabilizers, preservatives, and texture-enhancing agents. This makes the formula more about performance and sensory experience than actual skincare. Another factor is how they are used. Because they double as a fragrance product, people tend to apply them more frequently and in larger amounts. This increases exposure to synthetic ingredients and can make any potential irritation more noticeable over time. Victoria's Secret body lotions are designed to smell good and feel luxurious, but they are not built with skin health as the primary focus. They may enhance fragrance and provide temporary softness, but they don't offer the kind of nourishment that your skin actually needs. 5. Nivea Essentially Enriched Body Lotion. Nivea is a globally trusted skincare brand, and products like the Essentially Enriched Body Lotion are often seen as reliable solutions for dry skin. It's marketed as deeply nourishing and long-lasting, which makes it a go-to option for many people. But despite its reputation, there are a few things that don't always get highlighted. One of the main concerns with this lotion is its reliance on mineral oil and occlusive ingredients. These ingredients create a barrier on the skin that helps lock in moisture, but they don't necessarily provide true hydration. Instead of feeding the skin with nutrients, they mainly seal the surface, which can lead to temporary softness rather than long-term improvement. Over time, this can create a cycle where your skin feels dependent on the product. Another issue is the inclusion of synthetic fragrance. Like Like many mass-market lotions, Nivea products often contain added fragrance to enhance the user experience. While this may not affect everyone immediately, it can lead to sensitivity or irritation with regular use, especially for those with delicate skin. There is also the presence of preservatives and stabilizers, which are used to maintain the product's shelf life and texture. While these are common in commercial skincare, they add to the overall complexity of the formula and move it away from a simple, skin-friendly composition. Another factor is how the lotion feels. It tends to be thicker and richer, which gives the impression of deep hydration. However, this heaviness can sometimes sit on the surface of the skin rather than being fully absorbed, especially when applied in larger amounts. Nivea, essentially enriched body lotion, does provide immediate softness, but it relies heavily on surface-level effects. It may feel effective in the short term, but it doesn't always support the skin's natural hydration process in the long run. 6. Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Lotion, Fragranced Versions. Aveeno is often seen as a more natural and gentle skincare brand, especially because it highlights ingredients like oatmeal and is commonly recommended for sensitive skin. This gives it a strong reputation for being safe and effective. However, not all Aveeno products are the same, and the fragranced versions of its daily moisturizing lotion come with a few concerns. One of the main issues is the addition of fragrance in products that are otherwise marketed as gentle. While oatmeal can help soothe the skin, adding fragrance introduces a potential irritant that can counteract those calming benefits. For people with sensitive skin, this combination can be confusing. A product that is supposed to be gentle may still cause mild irritation over time. Another concern is the overall formulation. While Aveeno includes beneficial ingredients, the lotion also contains stabilizers, preservatives, and texture-enhancing agents to maintain consistency and shelf life. These ingredients are not necessarily harmful, but they contribute to a more processed formula than people might expect from a natural brand. There is also the issue of perception. Because Aveeno is often recommended by dermatologists and marketed as skin-friendly, people may use it more frequently and in larger amounts without questioning the ingredient list. This can increase exposure to any added components, including fragrance. Another factor is how it performs over time. While it can provide noticeable relief for dryness initially, the effects may not always be long-lasting, especially if the skin becomes reliant on repeated application. Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Lotion can be a good option in its simplest form, but the fragranced versions introduce elements that reduce its overall effectiveness for sensitive skin. It's a reminder that even trusted brands can vary depending on the specific product. 7. Cetaphil Moisturizing Lotion. Cetaphil is often seen as one of the safest skincare brands, especially because it's frequently recommended for sensitive skin. This reputation makes products like Cetaphil Moisturizing Lotion feel like an easy, trustworthy choice. But when you look deeper into the formula, there are a few things that don't always match the gentle image. One of the main concerns is that the lotion relies heavily on basic moisturizing agents and synthetic components rather than deeply nourishing ingredients. While it does help reduce dryness on the surface, it doesn't always provide long-term improvement in skin health. Instead, it creates a temporary smooth feeling that fades over time. Another issue is the presence of preservatives and stabilizers, which are used to maintain the product's shelf life. While these are common in many lotions, they add to the overall processed nature of the formula. For a product marketed as simple and gentle, the ingredient list is more complex than people expect. There is also the factor of perception. Because Cetaphil is often recommended by dermatologists, people tend to use it without questioning what's inside. This can lead to daily, long-term use without realizing that it may not be delivering the level of nourishment the skin actually needs. Another point is how the lotion performs over time. While it can help with mild dryness, it may not be strong enough for deeper hydration needs, leading to repeated application throughout the day. Cetaphil Moisturizing Lotion is not necessarily harmful, but it represents a very basic approach to skincare. It focuses more on maintaining the surface rather than truly improving skin condition in the long run. 8. EOS Shea Better Body Lotion. EOS Shea Better Body Lotion has gained popularity for its clean branding, attractive packaging, and claims of natural ingredients like shea butter. It's often seen as a more modern, better-for-you option compared to traditional lotions. But once you go beyond the branding, there are still some concerns to consider. One of the main issues is the use of fragrance-heavy formulations. Even though the product highlights natural ingredients, it still includes added fragrance to enhance the overall experience. These scents may be appealing, but they can also be irritating, especially with frequent use on sensitive skin. Another concern is the balance between marketing and formulation. While shea butter is a beneficial ingredient, it is often combined with synthetic stabilizers and texture enhancers to create a smooth, lightweight feel. This means the lotion is not as simple or natural as it may appear. There is also the issue of perception. Because EOS promotes a cleaner and more modern image, people may assume the product is completely safe for everyday use without looking closely at the ingredient list. This can lead to overuse, especially since the lotion feels light and easy to apply. Another factor is hydration performance. While it does provide softness initially, the effect may not always last as long as expected, especially for people with very dry skin. This can lead to frequent reapplication, increasing overall exposure to added ingredients. EOS Shea Better Body Lotion presents itself as a better alternative, but it still relies on a mix of natural and synthetic components. It focuses on experience and branding as much as it does on actual skin benefits. 9. Eucerin Advanced Repair Lotion, certain versions. Eucerin is another brand that is widely trusted, especially for dry and sensitive skin. Products like the Advanced Repair Lotion are often recommended for deeper hydration, which makes them feel like a safe and effective choice. But even here, there are a few things that are worth paying attention to. One of the main concerns is the reliance on heavy occlusive ingredients and synthetic compounds. While these help lock in moisture, they can sometimes sit on the surface of the skin rather than being fully absorbed. This creates a barrier effect that feels hydrating, but doesn't always improve the skin's natural moisture balance over time. Another issue is the overall complexity of the formula. Eucerin lotions often include a combination of stabilizers, preservatives, and texture-enhancing ingredients, which are necessary for performance but add to the processed nature of the product. For something positioned as a skin repair solution, the formula is more engineered than it appears. There's also the factor of long-term use. Because Eucerin is recommended for dry skin conditions, people tend to use it consistently and in larger amounts. This increases reliance on the product rather than allowing the skin to maintain hydration naturally. Another point is how it feels during application. The lotion can feel thicker and heavier compared to lighter alternatives, which may not suit everyone. While this richness can be helpful in certain cases, it can also feel like it's sitting on the skin rather than fully absorbing. Eucerin Advanced Repair Lotion does provide relief for dryness, but it relies heavily on surface-level hydration techniques. It's effective in the short term, but not always the most balanced option for long-term skin health. 10. Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula Lotion, fragranced versions. Palmer's Cocoa Butter Lotion is widely known for its rich texture and strong cocoa scent. It's often recommended for dry skin and even for improving the appearance of scars or stretch marks. While it does have some beneficial ingredients, there are still a few concerns, especially with the fragranced versions. One of the main issues is the heavy use of fragrance. The signature cocoa scent is a big part of the product's appeal, but it also means the lotion contains a significant amount of added fragrance. For some people, this can lead to irritation or sensitivity, especially with frequent use. There is also the presence of additional stabilizers and preservatives, which are used to maintain texture and shelf life. These ingredients are common in many lotions, but they add to the overall complexity of the formula. Now that you've seen which body lotions might be doing more harm than good, the next question is simple. What should you actually be using instead? Because the goal isn't to stop moisturizing. It's to choose products that truly support your skin instead of just creating a temporary effect. So let's shift focus to a couple of better options that are known for simpler ingredients and more reliable results. Healthy alternative. Number 1, CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion has built a strong reputation for a reason. Unlike many lotions that focus on fragrance and instant feel, this product is designed with a more functional approach to skincare. One of its biggest advantages is the inclusion of ceramides, which are naturally found in the skin and play a key role in maintaining the skin barrier. Instead of just sitting on the surface, this lotion works to support the skin's ability to retain moisture over time. Another important feature is that it is fragrance-free, which immediately makes it a safer option for people with sensitive or reactive skin. Removing fragrance eliminates one of the most common causes of irritation found in many popular lotions. This makes it suitable for daily use without the risk of gradually increasing skin sensitivity. The formula is also designed to be lightweight yet effective. It absorbs well into the skin without leaving a greasy or heavy residue, which means it can be used comfortably throughout the day. This is especially important for people who want hydration without that sticky or coated feeling that many lotions leave behind. It's about improving how your skin functions over time. Healthy alternative number 2, Vanicream, moisturizing cream. Vanicream. Moisturizing cream is often recommended for people with extremely sensitive skin, and that alone sets it apart from many other products on the market. What makes Vanicream different is its commitment to minimalism in formulation. It avoids many of the common irritants found in typical lotions, including fragrances, dyes, and unnecessary additives. One of the biggest strengths of Vanicream is its focus on pure hydration without distractions. Instead of relying on fragrance or texture enhancers to create a pleasant experience, it delivers straightforward moisture that the skin can actually benefit from. This makes it especially useful for people dealing with dryness, irritation, or skin conditions that require a gentler approach. Vanicream also reflects a shift away from marketing-driven skincare. It doesn't rely on bold claims or strong scents to attract attention. Instead, it focuses on doing one thing well, keeping your skin hydrated in a safe and consistent way. So here's the bottom line. Not every lotion that feels good is actually good for your skin. Many popular products focus on fragrance, texture, and short-term results while ignoring what your skin truly needs over time. The key is not to stop using lotion, but to start choosing better ones that support your skin instead of just masking dryness. If this video helped you rethink what you're putting on your skin every day, hit the like button so more people can discover it. Share this with someone who uses lotion daily without ever checking the ingredients. And if you want more videos like this, exposing everyday products and helping you make smarter choices, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Because sometimes the products we trust the most are the ones we should question first.